Right. I think I sort of left things unfinished a bit. But we got most of the job done. Yeah, I'm no longer in my crafting gear. Poison resistance a bit weak, but that's there's something there. So there's room for improvement, but at the same time, I think that's something I can live with. I do have poison resistance potions, large, plus 40%, so 84% just from that, and I can make myself immune to the poison itself. I also don't know how some of the poison anti-potion potions work. Treating poison for 2 turns. Poison resistance. I don't think, I'm not sure, is it this type of poison resistance or is it immunity to the poison effect? So poison and poison damage might not be the same. Either way we can get it quite high, even if we don't get any new equipment pieces. Yes, stats, that's what's unfinished. I'm going to get a talent later on, not sure what it would be. Even Bully might be useful. 50% physical or non-magic attacks, increased by 50% against opponents with slowed, crippled or knockdown status, although we don't really cause those, so knockdown here and there, but very rarely even that. So I don't think I care what happens with the talents too much. However, this is not the same. We either go full in with the defenses or we start selling our points. That's the bottom line. I'm inclined to go full in with the resistances. They're the only thing that can really screw me over at this point. So I feel like I would be a fool to leave that vulnerability there. It means that our attributes aren't gonna go that much higher anymore, but I don't know if I care. I have 90% resistances against everything, and it can't go higher. They have to kill me through hit point loss, and 2,500 hit points with 100% resistances against most damage types, and 60% physical damage reduction. So that is a tough nut to crack. There's no master level spell spam that can take us down. Not even close. I still have 1 point to spend, 1 attribute point, and I don't know where. I don't. I'm leaning toward popping speed. I don't think intelligence really benefits us anymore. Constitution is ridiculously high. And while strength could benefit from a point or two, it really could though. We are in a position that we can more or less use our current gear except the armor with our current strength. But we're already getting +4 from other things. But I don't, strictly speaking, need it, and my resistances are fairly good, so I'm also immune to curse. But that's there's a curse effect in an arrow or something that it's a little bit different. Yeah, 100% chance to set all primary stats lower for 2 turns. But I think I have a chance to resist this now. Quite a high chance too. I'll need to make a choice. Action points always a good thing. Turn action points and start action points could definitely go up. So that's speed. There's no other way to get that. And we get it if we put a point here, so I'll do it. 13 action points per turn, start action points 12. So we can start a fight with 2 master level spells if we want to. But more or less it'll ease the buffing process. Right. Our big thing that we might still upgrade naturally is the armor after level 2, but also the sword. This has +2 constitution, which is nice, but strictly speaking we don't need that. And a better weapon with some stats abilities, maybe more damage, more other things, just a higher level weapon might allow us to buff it further. We'd also add more elemental damage to this, now that I think about it. But if I take this off, I'll also lose the armor. But I can at least put it on again. I don't think I care. No, I don't care. Actually, I would prefer it to not have the elemental damage though. Right, we're okay to move on the Servants of the Wizard, so we can get access to Wizard's manor. I think I killed... Yeah, I killed the rats last time. I'll report that I killed them, and... Did I report already? Probably. And then meet with the servants.
Hello again. Do you bring...
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Their hiding place is enchanted, you see. Their hiding place is enchanted, you see.
Things should start progressing fairly fast at this point, now that there's no real need to push forward with the equipment anymore.
This boulder looks strange. Unreal, even.
Who are you? Stay away from my family. They know nothing of the wizard. Take me. A source hunter? Seven bless us. And you too. Zandalore, we cared for it. It seems that from the orb came Zandalore's voice. Aye, with Zandalore, many years ago, he told us that something unthinkable. That he was traveling through the Phantom Forest, that heart of... He told us to wait for the white... I know little more than its name implies, but if a Temple of Source doesn't... Many is the... As you may know, this town was... That ring! Hikara's blessing! Zandalore's message is as such. He's gone to the Source Temple in the Phantom Forest, and he wants her, or I suppose you, her messengers, to follow him there. In order to enter the forest, you'll need an amulet. He stored it in a small chest near his personal waypoint. Once you're inside the forest, you'll need to find the forest spirit. This spirit will give you the rune you need. But first things first, if you want to get inside still, entering the house will be the least of your worries. Zandalore himself has called forth every manner of... Now, the last thing he said doesn't make much sense to an outsider. Perhaps you or the witch will manage to make better sense of it. He said, and I quote, "She is coming. I only hope I can reach the temple first. Before you go, perhaps we must... Source hunter Zandalore has his own... The only trouble is what...
Is there anything interesting? Nothing particularly interesting. There's tons of cheese. But we need to find a safe passage for them out of here.
Make yourself at home for the present. We haven't much to offer, but my wife is a good...
How very strange to see a friendly face. Oh, that did. But he had been a cat. If what you say is true, it must be Jinxica to whom you spoke. We called for old Jinx.
It's a trap-filled hellhole, I recall that. Not sure if it's all that dangerous to us. I mean, our resistances will go lower if we start to burn, but I'm not sure how dangerous that really is. There should be a button somewhere. It's more dangerous to my equipment than anything else. God, I can't disarm these. Potentially useful stuff. Cannot be useful. Rubbish. Staff kit part 3.
There was a fight.
Yes, what a find indeed. Worthless find. I'm not sure why I'm taking these. I suppose they're worth a little bit of cash. This reminds me, we haven't had that much use for telekinesis in a long time. I would have imagined that would be a more important role in this game if you play with a single character, but sort of I can't see much use for it. God damn screen shakes.
It doesn't seem to work here. A scroll of revelation. There must be something of some value hidden here.
I seem to recall it was somewhere around these parts. There's nothing other important otherwise. Even burning isn't that big of a problem, because we have quite resistances against it. Could be a magical scroll, I suppose. Right, there's only the upstairs left after this, which should not have anything too important either. That's pretty much the plot critical stuff, and that's it.
As good as a new penny.
Driving I'm out of wood again suddenly. I could use more witchcraft scrolls, no doubt about that. I'm not particularly complaining. How do you open this? It's fairly easy to destroy. Also, there was a weird locked room in the jail. I never opened that. Probably should. Only have the scrolls to just get rid of the lock without. I'm sure the key to this is, or button to open it is somewhere here. This is so weak of a door, I don't know why I should just destroy it. Healing potions. Magical unlock scroll, another one. Hail attack, invulnerability, meteor strike, hail attack. One of them was at least a book.
Are my eyes fooling me?
I don't know, what do you see? It's easier for me to destroy the mines by just walking on top of them. At the same time, this might be a little bit too much. I'm not sure if my equipment takes damage from that, even though it doesn't damage me.
To the skin!
Okay, we need to light up the candles.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Why this doesn't trigger? There we go.
Treasure, treasure on the ground. Who's the grandest dame in town? What a horn-loving...
Invulnerability. An S-Talk. I don't get why the huge rush of rogue weaponry. Extra perception and grim resistance. But we only have to use that until we get past the deadly poison. Titan Dictionary. Magical tragedies. Something about demons.
With the house's defenses shut down, the family should be able to get through here without a hitch.
Wizard Cellar Key. Leather boots. Right, I guess we'll go and notify the family. Force fields still stay on, so no intruders can enter.
Our friend, how can we help you? Oh yes, let's! Have you great gods above? Psst. Before we go, I might be able to offer you a little tip. When I was cleaning the wizard's guest rooms, I'd often hear him whisper Ikara to a lot.
I don't recall getting that tip. So what exactly do we get from this then?
Treasure, treasure on the ground. Aren't you a dear? What is it you like best?
Eye gouge. Potentially useful item, rubbish. Potentially useful item, potentially useful item. Blade grease, those have been a rare sight. Now what?
Where am I? I feel as though I've been living in a dream. I was bathed.
Yeah, I know. You were possessed and you divulged valuable information to the enemy. Doesn't really matter though, so I'm not sure why I should be upset about it. More wood.
I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in forest muck, miles away from here.
Forest. So
I
that
wouldn't happen
settles
to
it.
have a recipe
You
for the
really are
strength
big a buffoon
potion.
as you look. No one gets into the Phantom Forest, brother. No one.
And the conduit? Chief says she's there as we
Not
speak.
debuff strength.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her.
There a better
Come
way
on,
to
then.
go through
We've got to
these.
sell her to find. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know. Ain't there something behind here?
Rubbish. I ain't a bleeding maid.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything
Already
interesting
checked
to do.
beneath these boards.
One of the few things we can do
Through
is
this
still
place like wild
get rid of
pigs.
the undead merchants. I honestly would like to go visit them one more
There's
time
nothing
to
to
shop
find in
from
this
them.
bleeding dump.
So, and there's no plot-related reason why we should hurry this, so I'll leave it for now. I guess hunt down the one who stole the bloodstones. That's a good one. Also because it should play out differently than
Is this one of
it
them
did the
fancy
first time.
scribble pages? Never did trust it myself.
It's went ahead originally and killed everything. Encountered a lot of well, a few guardians that spoke some language I didn't understand. Now I should be able to understand it. I think.
Hey,
Let's start a carry weight
already
situation
checked beneath
anyway.
these boards. Any sign of
I'm
them?
a bit curious.
No need.
376
No hint of that
out of
secret cellar
490.
either.
So yeah, Hackrider was probably the only truly amazingly good selection without talent. Without that, this would have been a nightmare to play.
Hello again. Do you their hiding place in Jinxica? I had. If you come to the kind, the darkened wood that an each like the human tribe.
Need a shopkeeper. We got a couple of good looking items from the place. I want to identify them now.
It's heating up.
Back for more? Can't say I'll blame ya.
Oh, look at that.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
Right.
Queen of Diamonds. Finally,
You vermin could harbour such useful relics. Sharing the plunder.
going to call that, hun. Let's wrap this one. Goal. Now for the turn, girl. Ace of hearts.
Okay, take
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
all they turn to ash.
Okay. Immunity to being petrified and flare. Rubbish.
I get
Dagger.
from serving the goddess. A life
Robe.
Let the lost die that we may live.
Rubbish.
Let's see those cards.
I'm sort of interested in this, but I would have to give up at least 2 points in Constitution to get it. So, no. Oh, no way. Perception, fire resistance, initiative, movement, immunity to bleeding. Not bad. A dagger. Plus 3 dexterity. Leadership. And a couple of other useless things. Rubbish. Not a bad one.
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
I would lose 2 points in strength, but I would gain 20 points in poison resistance.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess.
And the Winter Blast spell to use as we
Let
want.
the lost die that we may live.
I'll hold on to the Sarong. If poison somehow becomes a big problem, I can easily compensate for that with this. Low armor value.
Matilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight
Plus
the
plus
final
2 speed.
battle. The time is nearly
I'm
now.
inclined to hold on to these type of boots too, for the simple reason that 9 points in armor class could end up being totally trivial, while an extra action point could be very useful. Okay, potential new weapon, but I don't think so. The damage is wonderful, but I suppose I could hold on to this. It's again, if we want to kill shit, this is a perfectly fine weapon for that.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life
But I don't think so. The problem with this is the bonuses are extra hit points and that the weapon doesn't break. 2 things that we have no real use for. I think I can do better. Much better. And I have money again. 7,220.
Matilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The
And
time is nearly nigh.
Joshua Spike would add fire damage. Do we want fire damage? I don't think we want anything. I just want a little bit of cash.
Feeling hot under the collar.
So many spells.
Back again, I see. If the elements world beyond your control, fear not, I've every scroll you need. Soon the
Nothing
flames
particularly
will
interesting.
dance at your behest, and yours alone.
Right, we were tracking down the killer. I need someone to spot for me. No, that's not how it works. There isn't all that much besides this that we can still do here. It's all in the Phantom Forest section of the map. Elite Drummer, Elite Shaman, yeah, if we go there it's a fight. I think we still want to talk to them.
Yazok of mountain apes, hordes. Your kind not welcome. Go, or you will bleed. Silver Glen, brothers. Make for that sword, Silver Glen.
Was I too far away to start the attack? Yeah, okay. We might as well start with something bigger than if they don't give a shit.
I don't think you can weather this storm.
Look at that. Probably kill the summon immediately, but they might not. An undead guy would be harder to take down anyway.
Bad news travels fast.
So are you gonna just drum there? Hover. Water and air weakness. Or
Can you hear the crackle of my power?
one man took no damage. We're slow. Well, my summon creature is slowed. This will make electricity do more damage. It was for sort of raining already though. Yeah. Drummer isn't gonna be doing anything useful really. He seems to be a very much a support caster there. I think I can ignore him. Right, I might be able to counter the slow effect.
Let's speed things up. Under pressure.
Didn't even heal him. No, I don't think so. The Decapitator will die. Ah, there we go. Also, where the hell did my rage go? I don't think it ever hit. That happens from time to time, and I still don't know why that happens. That you use an ability and it doesn't do anything. There's no marking that it failed to get activated, like due to some kind of a failure chance. It just doesn't activate. Yeah, 110% chance to set enraged status. So not exactly a chance that it didn't trigger. I'm not picking up those arrows. Mushrooms could at least technically be useful, in case we use poison damage at some point. Although I'm not sure if that has if that has kept scaling with the other damage types.
Oh, I'm dripping.
This was something about switches.
The trail ends
The
at
grate
this
is
grate.
set over a long,
If
narrow
blood loss
vent.
didn't kill the
A
sorry
corpse
fellow,
may have fit
surely
through
the
its
bull
bars,
did.
but a living
That's the
body
night's
would find
tomb
it
riddle
quite
here.
unpleasant.
I guess it'll be more than one mystery I uncover within its depths.
Where's the final switch? Has to be here.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles! Oh, I'm dripping.
Ah, rubbish. Right, what the hell is this place? Some sort of a tomb. But it's not that... It was harder to navigate with a larger group. A single guide, this was always fairly easy to navigate through.
Exegeta. Trogol Exil Titan Kreva.
Okay. This is not a Titan thing, apparently.
Exegeta. Trogol Exil Titan Kreva.
No, translation. Beware, none shall pass the Titan guards. So it does work. Okay. That's not really useful though. There should be 4 Titan guards. Massive amount of physical damage. Don't think I care. They were slow as hell. And we have a lot of action points, I could easily evade them. There was a guy here. Yeah, Watchful Guardian. I'm not sure do we need to light up the coals. Probably not.
Zoft! Ifazad bitter fas.
Yeah, halt, you are trespassing upon the ancient tomb of the night. Okay, we have conversation option. Yeah, good luck with this. Didn't work. Flattery moves us like ocean spray upon a cliff. We will crush you underfoot, intruder. But with the book you could evade the fight. They each have the weakness that their weapon has. Damage is so much that I can't get hit by one of them. I wonder how they feel about being charmed. Even though earth and poison doesn't seem to do much against them, right? But even though they have different weaknesses, they're not immune to the other damage types. Here, earth works fine. Poison doesn't work on anyone. Right. So there's only one that has weakness to earth, but the fire and water works on most. So I'm thinking we might want to lure them in a single place and then just indent things there for them. The target wouldn't have to do all that much, just exist in the correct place for a while. They're fairly slow, so I'm thinking of joining this guy here for a while. Although that might be a mistake. I'll trust my instincts. Don't see anything fundamentally different about this fight compared to usual fights. So we'll go with that. We assume it's just more of the same. Right, you need to be... let's let them move first. That won't work. I want to be in a location, yeah, this is more or less where everyone has an equal distance toward us. We might as well do nothing. I think the first one could probably kill us. Because he has so many action points at the start of the fight. Yeah, this fight isn't gonna take long. In the perfect position and I have full damage upload. I suppose we might as well attack someone. Who is the most protected against... I can't see. Right. This guy has earth weakness, which we are not gonna use against any of these. So that's why I'm attacking him. I could attack twice from now without doing anything else, and I think I must. So let's start with the obvious one. Ooh, I'll lose my turn if I do this. Yeah, we'll have to start with an actual spell. 15 meteor strikes, hails 18. I think with 2 hail might be a good one. Because even if they fail to kill, they'll still freeze their asses. Gives me more time to do other things. Adrenaline. And part 2 of the slaughter. Well, not everyone died, but they'll be out of fight for 2 turns. Four points isn't worth much, but air weakness. I'd be able to take care of him. 4 points is enough for a scroll. I think it's a summon a creature of some sort. That's the Earth one. But you're immune to Earth. Right. So fire, water, air. Water, air, Earth. Water, airs. Undead seems like the safest choice. Ah, shit. Might be able to attack one of them, but certainly not both. Ah, it's better than nothing.
Big dish boss!
No longer frozen, but unable to do anything. It looks frozen to me though. Ah, whatever. Either way, the other guy is frozen, so we can easily end this. Ah, weak to lightning bolts. Weak to earth.
Die, vermin!
Right, not much of a fight. Not good.
Sigurd's beard,
Good.
what a fight!
Not good. Unidentified alien shield potential.
The
Not good.
seven brand of
A lot of mage stuff, I'd say. Things, very generic type of stuff. That's not too important. I like the rest of the lights. This place could use some extra warmth. Perception is key here. We have to be warm constantly or we die.
Legions of the lifeless, heed my call!
Out of curiosity, how am I going to actually die if I go here?
Bitter chill!
Yes. Instant death. Summoned creatures don't seem to give a shit though.
I'm freezing here!
Poisoned. sort of hard. Actually, this makes it easier for me to say where the hell I need to go. But not exactly protect against poison damage.
A powerful ally. Back on my feet again.
Might have to make my own boots. That'd be worthwhile. I would basically lose initiative. I'm not sure how much armor class I would actually gain. But yeah, these are good leather boots of level 20, but I can make good leather boots of level 22. Those would definitely have a higher armor class. I guess I don't really have a good idea how much armor do we need at the last level. It's mainly effective against a lot of when we're totally
I needed that.
numbered, or there's a lot of range attackers in general. Then it matters.
Sweet relief.
Right. The weakness with poison is it's not really relevant unless you actually walk in it. Also, how are my resistances? Just wondering what will happen if I trigger this. Nothing. Probably keep the exploding. However, it's easier for me to deal with explosions.
Damage from death. On the mend.
Yeah, this is probably the worst poisoning we're gonna have to deal with, and it wasn't much of an issue.
I needed that. Back on my feet again. A stitch in time, eh, my friends? An orcish as good as a new penny.
Jurana, Pierrick. Plans to meet during the full moon alongside a riverbank. Did I know who this is to?
There's not an imp in sight.
Patience. One could turn up at any moment. Perhaps they're even listening as we speak.
They may be clever, but they aren't invisible.
It's random inert stone.
You there! Where are the red imps hiding? Don't play stupid.
Easy, sister, easy.
We of the Watch.
I know eons, and so the imp knowledge they were
No, we the after of the imps.
And what of the other half? Well, we were given a task.
Can it be?
Seal Beach.
The beaches of Seal.
They appear in the beaches of Seal. I wonder if that's something we can follow up on. There's definitely the trap. One of the house filled with trap in Seal was definitely intended to lure the watch in. I wonder if we could give that. I sort of wondered why can't you just direct them there immediately. There was still some sort of a side passage here you can go to. Yeah, there. I never got this place. There's something there. Forbidden knowledge. In that chest. Right, I don't see why we shouldn't ignite this. The fire is much less annoying than the explosion is. Might have to repair our gear soon though.
I'm overheating here.
Is there a path to the side?
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
What the fuck are you doing? What in the literal fuck are you doing?
Bitter chill.
It's death to stray from the path, but the auto pathfinder wants to do it. I'm guessing it's the poison. Sort of wants to evade it, but not healthy. Ah, right. As bad as that is, it's still just a couple of heals away from fixing it. It's a slight inconvenience if it happens during non-combat times. This was something I'm not sure I ever really solved. I mean, how you're supposed to do this. I used a thief to just teleport past the instant death areas they have here. If I go there, I'm dead. I'm not sure what the solution there is. Even in the best case scenario,
To my bones.
we can do this once. And I really wish that the game would indicate somehow how far I can actually throw that thing. Instead of just indicating where you want to put it. I mean, that's nice and all, but I'm gonna die if I move from this place. So
Bitter chill.
right. It would be somewhat helpful if I could just, you know, just see where possibly I could throw it. See my ranges. Maybe I can use a grenade to do it. But grenades, actually I don't know if they have a standard range. Okay, let's say the grenade shows it accurately. And go there without them. But that's pretty much it. So at the upper edges of the stairs, but not on the top. We need to teleport out of here.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
I don't mean this side of teleport, I mean a waypoint teleport. Also take a look at our equipment. I've been so much walking in those hostile surface areas. Yeah, we're in really bad condition.
As good as a new penny.
Higher level items don't really give a crap about that. They're so durable. Right, what is this? It's more protected maybe than any other area here, but it's still just garbage. Meteor strikes global. Not exactly useful. Potential boots. Gotta be happy with that. It even has a mysterious sound and the weird glowing statues. Can I just shut down shut all the fires?
Spirits of water, show your strength.
Maybe there's something hidden here. Yeah, this bothered me the first time too. I feel like there's something special about this, but I can't figure out what the fuck it is. It seems like this should open up or something. Maybe like a great king or leader with maybe 3 guardians. It isn't all that much to interact with. You survived, right? Because we got another bloodstone.
You were right there.
Right. Now we understood more of what was going on, but it was still the same experience. So nothing of value was lost by ignoring the language of the Titans. I'm a little bit intrigued. Who was the guy meeting the edge of the river? Jurana. Unsent letter. Who is Jurana? I haven't paid attention to any of the names. Could be one of the people living in some of the villages. How many guys would this guy know? People here or some immaculates? That's it. So Sacred Stone, Silver Glen, or this place. Otherwise, I don't see it happening.
Who knew vermin could harbour such useful relics?
Tirana also seems like human
Just the
name.
one coin for me.
Good cards, 3 shiny ones.
If I deliver this,
Back to me.
it's the
I'm gonna call it, lads.
start of a fight.
Now for the flop. King of clubs.
Julian.
Hey,
I wish there were other bottles that go
finally.
I told you it was a mistake to kill all the women alongside the men. What a stupid...
There's only one immaculate woman in the entire town.
It's heating up.
Look, there. Again, the lost one struts by.
Grachilda gives me plenty
Toasty!
to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
So could be an unsent letter. So you would think it's some other settlement. There's not much we can do here except start the fight. We'll also try to get rid of as many orcs as possible. I'll visit Sacred Stone. If there's a Jurana there. Do you need to do anything else? Yeah, I can get rid of a couple of orcs, but only a couple. This could be also dealt with, I suppose, at this point.
Greetings! Feel free to browse our wares. Highest quality equipment.
Poison, Tenebrium bodybuilding, and two-handed. So close to being better than what I had. So close. More or less staring at armor values at this point. I had something to sell. Identifications of expensive bit of business too at this level. Okay, 53. Bow and blacksmithing. I'll take the two less armor rating and +3 initiative, thanks. Constitution +2, which is basically the same thing as my current sword, so allows me to cast Winter Blast 3 times. Rubbish. 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 Rubbish and rubbish. Still, at least we have extra funds again. But it's still rubbish.
I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, come on.
Someone with... yeah, I forgot the name I was looking for.
Blaze and burn. Well, colour me a simpleton.
Why do you have an air wheel?
I've always wanted to start my own business.
Wondered that before.
Is that right? What sort of business?
Jurana.
Artisanal hand soaps. You haven't lived at it.
I don't recall really any named people here though.
Defiant lost ones.
There are students, that's a teacher. Might have been one of the prisoners, I guess.
Now, note that the goblin's blood runs red.
But they're long gone.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad in Heimerheim. Careful now, squishy. I doubt Lady those little curiosities Lady Attenborough's always jonesing after. The Immaculates round here are an interesting. We elementals don't judge much one way or another. Knowing her, she'll have that Brandon's head on a pike. If she isn't the most powerful geomancer in your realm, I'll eat a water nymph's shoe. I hope you're not getting...
Whoa there, Hartford. You're not planning on barging into Lady Attenborough's workshop, are you?
They'll generate the
She's
new
one
essence
of
for
its
themselves.
standards. Take care.
Ah, shit. Just fucking die, everyone. Attenborough. He has a apprentice, though. Yeah, it didn't work. Souls of Desperation. Edinburgh starts. Apprentice's help. Yeah, good luck with that. He used shocking attack to do me 100 points of damage, but I'm immune to that sort of thing, so that should be impossible. Attenborough doesn't really do elemental damage with her spells, then 1600. Yeah, not with that armor class, you're not gonna survive. 18% physical damage reduction versus enemies of your own level. So I'm guessing that means enemies of level 18. So it's not good protection against me, rather than enemies of level 15 as Attenborough's own level. Oh, my ice resistance is just fine, thanks.
Frozen tears flicker upon you.
Yeah, I'm not immune to freezing, but what are you gonna do with me? They're gonna do elemental damage, which I'm immune to. I'll probably resist the freezing anyway. There were so many attacks that I failed, but now I'll get a new saving throw, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. He froze himself, and he's an ice elemental. That's a new level of fail. Yeah, I'm taking no damage from Attenborough's attacks. Probably liking them. Yeah, this is gonna be bad time. Okay, there's a +1 there. So the extra action points do just get registered. They just don't get the visual representation here. Yeah, you're super boned. If I can fight this fight separately from the rest of the little town, I can recharge my master level attack spell. Do you have any other weaknesses? Not really, no. Air would work just fine though.
Shocking touch!
That won't work. She has warm, so she would not be frozen. She would at best lose the warm or get chilled a bit.
Not this time!
I think she did more damage to herself than me.
Your very breath heals me! Icicle of torment! Take another shot.
Yeah, that's sort of the entertaining part. When the ice elemental attacks me, he's the one who gets frozen. Also, I'm taking no damage from their souls of desperation. They're just breathing their own ass, really. Okay, I'm going to summon some help here. I'm not sure how much we really need it, but there's no danger from this fight to me, but it's just gonna take long since I can't really do all that much. Is this what we can expect from the rest of the fights in the game? Since immunity level resistances is, I wouldn't say trivial to get, but fairly easy. It's the physical resistance that in the end matters. So the shield and the armor rating.
Fire it up! Surrender now!
I would do 15% more damage in this situation. Or from the slow and knockdown. If I take bully. I think that has at least potential. Alternatively, I can take immunity to certain type of effects. I have willpower 100. I mean willpower 5, bodybuilding 5, so they also open up their own talents. And we get to recharge our attacks before the battle in the city.
Back on my feet again! Fortune!
A potentially useful ring.
Treasure!
Mostly worthless piece of crap.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
But genuinely couple of potential ones though. Yeah, the loot seems fairly good. I still think we're not gonna get a good upgrade from this. Might have been things might have been different if we would have come here quite a few levels ago. Now this is too late. Still, it's a source of money. Something we can get money without crafting, so it saves time again. And there's nothing really useful here. I'm wondering, should I go in this town and just kill everyone? Well, that's more or less the reason we came here. Warm up for the other fight. See if there's a little bit of something to be gained here. Okay, anyone else want to fight? They're not hostile yet. I think we should start with a cell strike on the Immaculate Stormweavers. Might have air immunity, but that's not gonna matter much.
Are we within hailing distance?
One of them died. You're probably water resistant, quite heavily so. No? Guess I didn't get good hits.
Poison dart! Launching assault!
Okay. No proper fights. I'll wait against the hail attack recharging again. I know I don't technically need it because of our huge amount of scrolls, but I wouldn't mind having huge amount of scrolls when we enter the final straits of the game. We still have the Phantom Forest fully unexplored, and the temples there, so it's not like the combat is over by any means. I just don't know if does this have any point?
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Yeah, I'm not sure it does. We killed everyone there, we've killed everyone in the secret areas. Enlightened guards aren't aware of anything going wrong here. I don't see the point of murdering these. What's the point? We've released the prisoners, but we have not really... I have no idea where they went. There's nothing in the Goblin village anymore. Destroyed that. Don't think there's anything really anymore anywhere. I'll take a visit in Silverglen. I'll end things there one way or another. We'll have to start the big fight in the Hunter's Edge. That might take some time.
May the goddess guide you through the forest.
I want to see
and
if some
keep
of the
you
people
safe.
who have been disappearing actually appeared somewhere else. Don't think so. Right, it's probably gonna be
So good of
be
you
a
to
basically a
drop by,
visit
my
to some
liege.
shops.
As always, be welcome.
Immunity to fear, +1 wand, and some movement bonuses. Thanks. Right, nothing special. We had some gear to get rid of. We also need to decide what to do with the two shopkeepers. Now's pretty much the final time to decide what to do. After this, there's no more chances really to do much. Actually, there is. They're not gonna disappear anywhere just because we slaughter everyone in the town. That's a totally unrelated issue for some reason. So that can wait. Also means we don't have to visit the shopkeepers now. We can let that issue lie for at least one level up. I think that's pretty much the limit, though. After that, we probably aren't visiting any shops. That's a good build. Problem is, I have a better one. Not by much, but still. Speed +1, Tiny Brim resistance. I don't think this is particularly good, but you never know. And rings don't really weigh anything, so might as well hold on to that. Terrible rings. Right. Do we have the money for this? Yes. 39,700.
Justice at last for my darling!
Yes,
oh, since we avenge him, I will, how you say, slip like smooth for rest of my days. Soon we will return to homeland and
I think we're reaching the point where I could...
Ben's honor and yours. Oh,
I could reasonably
knight in
expect to get a
shining
replacement
garter.
for some of the level 20 items I found. So that's something.
Take whatever you like.
I don't think we can find a replacement for those until we really reach level, at least level 19 though. So this is more or less just hunting for spells that we don't really need.
Ah, thank... Oh. You haven't any ale, have ya? Well, never mind for now. What sort of magical relics can I offer ya? Blessed by the goddess they are, each a...
I'm sure they are super blessed. Still a couple of master level spells again. Yeah, we can go full in. No reason to hesitate.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess?
These guys don't sell proper level gear. There might be an interesting item here and there, but they're woefully... They're silver glen level crap. So I think the only place still worth looking is basically more or less where we are adventuring at that time, and then the shop that's the end of time. Everything else is not leveled properly.
Hi! Hello! Oh, don't...
I don't think we can do much besides start the massacre. No, I need to report a couple of orcs to the orc leader so they get killed. Otherwise the orcs will just overrun the mountain range without too much fuss. It's also a great chance to get a mass of experience.
My friend. And so soon after tomorrow, how can I help you this time?
Do you have level 18 gear? Yes, level 19 gear. Level 20 gear. The problem with this is that there's not much stat attribute benefits out of them, so it makes them sort of worthless to me. Level 18. Immunity to burning +2 constitution. Not a horrible one. Requires more strength than I have, an armor specialist 3, so I don't think I care about this. We care about the armor rating, and we can get reasonable resistances and movement bonuses every time. So, on the other hand, we could do a little bit of a lesser one. They still have a hefty strength requirement, but something we can definitely afford. If we buff these a little bit, the armor rating would be respectable. But these don't require armor specialists, that's the difference. That sort of reminds me, I probably needed to test that at some point. Can we reduce the armor specialist away from some of these? Okay, we're seeing items that have armor rating equivalent to what our current equipment has. But overall, this is still fundamentally How much strength do I have? 12. There's no way in hell we can get a level 20 armor that I can still use unless I make it myself. That's the bottom line here. So I think we're going to abandon that equipment too. We're looking still for gloves and boots, but I think that's more or less the extent of it. Naturally, if we happen to find something other useful stuff, we will take it. But I think we're gonna give up on those searches. What is Phantom Forest water for? Hardly matters. Right. Gutilda. I'll hold my ass there just so I don't forget again what exactly was I doing. It's time to put an end to this. After this, Phantom Forest pretty much has two areas. There's the big temple and then there's the swamp and not much else. The outer areas are all connected to this. So, and we know what we're doing, so a lot of this was getting access through the defenses.
Then shut your mouth and go get some wine, why don't you?
And they're very much puzzles, if I don't recall incorrectly. I'm looking at these because this is the last chance I'll ever get to look at them.
Fear not, I've every scroll you need. Soon the flames will dance at your behest, and yours alone.
What do you call that? Oh, my God!
You're all gonna die soon.
Can't say I'll blame ya.
2 meteor storms. Not bad, but still a couple levels too low.
What are you doing?
Back for more, are ya? Can't say I blame ya.
We'll have to start with the guy in upstairs. Right. There's simply nothing that's of real value or interest to us. So mass murder it is. And it starts at the tavern upstairs, I think.
Don't talk to the small bones, brother. It only makes eating them all the less pleasant, like.